Hello friends, Happy New Year! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Michelle Fondin and I am the author of Heal Yourself, A Return to Wholeness, the Integration of Body, Mind, Soul, and Spirit. I'm also the author of Twin Flame Romance, The Journey to Unconditional Love, available in paperback, Kindle, and Audible books. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. I do readings. I do 30, 60, and 90-minute readings, romance, life, path, and purpose, twin flame, and now I'm doing a New Year overview for you guys individually. You can book that at my website, fondinwellness.com. I just wanted to give you guys a quick announcement. Next Wednesday, January 13th, 2021 at 5 p.m. Pacific time, I'm doing a webinar to talk about the Twin Flame Divine Feminine Bootcamp #1. Now, if you've never taken this bootcamp, but you've been intrigued, but you're not certain, please do join the bootcamp. The link is below with your invitation to join the bootcamp. It's in a Zoom call with me, and it's a question and answer about the bootcamp, and I'm going to be drawing some prizes for those who attend the webinar next Wednesday, January 13th, 2021. Today is Monday, January 4th, 2021. I can't believe I'm saying 2021. It sounds so good, doesn't it? Oh my goodness, it sounds good to say 2021. This is the weekly Twin Flame Tarot reading, messages for Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine, and the couple. And we are going to pull for the week. We're going to get the energy, and hopefully we're going to see things moving on up and up and up rather than being stuck. And so, as usual, I'm going to say a prayer over the cards. Dear God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, Mother Mary, Archangels, Angels of God, Twin Flames, Guardian Angels, let this reading be the highest light and love of God the Father. Let it bring light, love, and truth to everyone involved. Archangel Michael, please stand guard, casting away any lower energies with your sword of light. Romance Angels and Twin Flame Angels, please help Twin Flames understand the messages for this week. We're going to start with the goddesses, the Divine Feminines in this collective. Now, that does not mean that if you are a Divine Feminine that you are a female in a female body, but I like to just, this divine goddess energy is what we are trying to embody and embrace, because it is a more gentle, nurturing, caregiving energy. It's a Mother Earth energy. Really, that's what it's about. It's Mother Earth energy. So we're going to get messages from Divine Feminines, Twin Flame Angels, and we're going to see what's going on. What do Divine Feminines need to know to learn to grow this week? We are working with the daily messages from your angels as the second deck to work with. So we're going to get a message for the Divine Feminines, dear angels, guardian angels, romance angels. What do Divine Feminines need to know this week to learn and to grow? And now I'm going to pick from the Oracle deck that my sister and I did, a World of Answers Oracle. Now, for those of you that have pledged on our Kickstarter campaign, thank you so much. We have not yet reached goals, so we will be relaunching the campaign. I'm not sure when we will relaunch that, but if you have pledged to this deck campaign, to get this beautiful deck, we are going to have to relaunch it, which means you do have to re-pledge, because Kickstarter works with an all or nothing. So we're gonna re-strategize and see how we can get the word out there a little bit more. I think I'm gonna start doing TikToks, because according to my Gen Z children, that is the best way to get word out and to grab followers that might be interested in something like this, doing daily readings. So we'll see. We'll see how we're gonna do this. So this is for Divine Feminines. Awesome. We're going to now move over to the Divine Masculines in the collective. Dear Divine Masculine Guardian Angels, what do Divine Masculines need to know to learn and to grow this week? All right, this is still the first week in January 2021. I hope you guys had a good New Year's celebration. It was amazing for me as I was able to spend it with 2 of my children. 2 out of 3 is not bad. And let's see, we're gonna get the daily messages for Divine Masculine as well. We're gonna grab a World of Answers. Gonna see 4 DMs in this collective that I read for. What's going on with the DM? And now we're gonna move over to the twin flame couple. Twin flame couple energy. What do twin flames in this collective, what are they learning this week? What's the learning curve for this week? Twin flame couple. We're gonna get the daily messages, and I always check in with my personal guardian angels, not the collective's guardian angels, but my personal guardian angels, to ask them what decks besides the Angel Tarot, what do I need to use? And they usually let me know. Like, they will tell me, they will point me toward the direction, and today it was daily messages. So let's see what this says for the twin flame couple. We're gonna grab a World of Answers as well. What I've done with the World of Answers is we have timing cards, and I've actually removed all the timing cards. I've also removed the affirmation cards, so like the yes, no, and maybe. I've removed those as well, just for a general reading with other cards. Sometimes that just doesn't make sense. So let's get a romance card for this twin flame couple. So this is for the collective, of course. Romance angels, what do you have to say about the twin flame romance energy between twin flames this week? This week. And we're gonna get a messages of love, which either enhances or slightly changes the meaning of the romance. And we've seen this week after week. If you've been following my weekly tarot readings, you see how this changes, right? Sometimes the romance messages make total sense. Sometimes we need that extra card to kind of solidify or change that meaning. So now this is messages from the DM's heart space this week. Ooh, let's see what is happening in DM's heart space. DM, what do you want to say to your DF this week? Ooh, that one flew out. Let's get one more for this. DM, what do you have to say to your DF this week from your heart space? Awesome. Now let's see what Divine Feminines. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is really, really interesting because we have seen, okay, here's what I want to say to you guys. What we are experiencing, even though we have this new beginning, we have this new beginning for 2021, and 2021 globally is not going to be anything like 2020. I know people think it is now. They think it's going to be worse, or they think it still is bad, and in reality, it's not. What we are experiencing is just the hangover from 2020. Literally, we are experiencing the hangover. So we're still in the cloud, the hangover phase of 2020, which will take a few weeks to cycle out of that hangover. Just watch. Don't take my word for it, but just watch. We are currently in the cloud of the hangover. So things seem a little confusing. If things don't seem to be perfectly straightened out, that's why. And everybody is pretty much feeling it. Everyone's feeling the hangover of 2020 still lingering on. So for the first few weeks, just note that. But this is really interesting. I like this message for DFs. So this is for Divine Feminines. First of all, we've got Ace of Earth, which is the promise of a new beginning. The promise of the offer, right? The offer, the pentacle in hand. The promise of that offer coming forward. And I like this because this is almost like a message to Divine Feminines that say, hey, this offer is coming. It's good. It's really, really, really good. Aces are new beginnings. This offer is coming forward. It sees the opportunity, sees the moment. And I love this. So if you really feel like this is not a new beginning, just know that it really is a new beginning. Now, the next two messages are all about communication. And I love this because as divine masculines, as divine feminines are coming back together in reunion, and what's happening first? They're communicating first, right? You guys are communicating with each other first. Now, many of you have been in separation a very long time. A few of you have been in separation a short amount of time, and some of you are in this on again, off again but communication is extremely important. And the message here is, again, communication, extremely important. So here's what we got as far as communication goes. We've got communicate via text, call, or email, and listen. So what are the two components of communication? It's speaking through any means and then listening, right? Now, this goes even deeper here, because what your angels are telling you, divine feminines, is to not only communicate. Now, it may be time for you to communicate with your DM, and if you deem that that is not appropriate, I would say check in with your guardian angels, or getting a personalized reading is one way, just to make sure that you're not going to maybe communicate when it's not the appropriate time. But if it is your turn, for example, or if you feel like it's been a while and you just want to reach out and say, hey, Happy New Year, I would say then do it, because here's your message. Your message is communicate, call, text, whatever. Now, the listening part, I want to really emphasize this listening part. What your angels are urging you to do is listen, not only listen to what your DM is saying. This could be listening on so many levels to your DM. It could be listening to them in the 3D and in the 5D, listening even in the 4D with the delay of timing. Like, why do you believe that there's a delay of timing? Now, the other thing that they're saying is listen with your inner ear. Listen to the guided messages that are coming forward to you. Oftentimes in communication, we don't listen. We don't listen. We are so caught up in the preparation phase of what we are going to say next that we forget to listen, or we're upset with maybe what's coming through in the communication, and so we're ruminating on the emotions, the feelings, rather than being able to truly listen. And your angels are urging you during this time of new beginning to hone the skills of listening, not only listening to your intuition, to your guardian angels, but also to listen to your DM and what they are saying to you. It's really, really important, because communication is key, as you must know. Here we've got, for the divine masculines, gosh, everybody is feeling a little bit caged in. Everybody is feeling that caginess feeling of just like, I need to get out. I need to do something. I need to move forward with my life. And for DMs, it is no different. We've got this 8 of water. DM is ready to move on, move forward, move toward higher spiritual purpose and higher spiritual meaning. Now, I know DFs are out there thinking like, oh God, does that mean that they need to move away from me? No, silly, that doesn't mean that. It just means that they're searching for purpose. They're searching for that higher spiritual meaning and the higher spiritual purpose. And like I said, everybody has felt caged in. And as you are caged in, you have this deep moment of reflection that has been reoccurring for the past year. They're ready to move forward. Now, this is a choice, of course, but they're ready to move forward, ready to move on, ready for a higher spiritual connection. And this is a deeply emotional choice as well, because, gosh, leaving the past behind is not easy, but they're ready to do that. Now, we've got, again, daydreaming. They're totally dreaming about their DFs. They're dreaming about the life that you're going to have together. But here's again with communication, it's so funny. They're asking DMs to be very, very mindful of their words too, to be mindful of the choices of words that they're choosing to use with their DFs. They're being asked to be mindful even in the daydreaming, because we pick up so much on the energy of each other as twin flames, because we're twin flames. They're saying, hey, be mindful. Be mindful of your thoughts, your words, your deeds. Be thoughtful, be mindful. And honestly, it's really, really good, because I believe that the angels are trying to set this up so that the new beginning is not only a new beginning in physicality, meaning like Pentacles is very much about the physical presence. It's earth, right? It's earth energy. It's physical, it's here and now, it's from the earth, which what are we looking for? What do we want? We want that physical reunion as twin flames. And in addition to that, they want to make sure that things move forward smoothly rather than getting muddled up in the difficulties of communication. Okay, so I want to show you the direction card first because I think that's really important. For the couples, this is for the twin flame couple. I'm gonna show you this first. This is the move forward card. I believe we got this a couple of weeks ago about twin flames moving forward. And I love this because the pathway looks really long. It looks so long and it's kind of snowy, right? This is Vancouver, Canada, but it's kind of snowy. And here we are in the wintertime. And it's about moving forward no matter what, twin flames. Moving forward together no matter what is going on, no matter what is happening, no matter how many things you have on your plate. It's essential that you guys now move forward together. Does that mean it'll be silky smooth? Not necessarily. It doesn't mean that. There's too many things that are needed to be worked out because we have this 5 of fire and blessing in disguise. So what is 5 of fire? Now 5 of fire could indicate conflict, but I'm not seeing it in this reading for the twin flame couple as indicating either competition or conflict. What I am seeing in the 5, because, okay, 5 is the universal number of this year, 2021. 2 + 2 + 1 = 5, life path number 5. 5 indicates change. And what do we have here? 5 of fire. Fire resembles twin flames, and we've got 5, the number of change. So when we see this conflict, it is a blessing in disguise because it's not really conflict. Remember a couple of weeks ago when we saw for DM and even for DF that there were so many things on the plate, so many things to juggle and struggle with, that this doesn't mean that you give up. It doesn't mean that the twin flame couplehood cannot be a priority. It doesn't mean that. It means that you move forward even in the midst of the struggle. Even when you are both struggling with normal life activities and normal life things and bills and kids and household and everything, you still move forward. And moving forward through things as things are, even if they are difficult, is the blessing in disguise. That is the blessing in disguise because you guys are meant to work through this stuff. Because guess what? Real hardcore life stuff will always be there. It's never going away. There's always going to be new obstacles, new things, new forks in the road, new rocks or boulders or mountains on your path. It's still going to be there. But does the twin flame couple have the strength, the fortitude, the resolve, and the insight to be able to overcome all of that? And that is the blessing in disguise. So move forward anyway. Move forward anyway. The first part of the message is crystal clear for the romance. The second part of the message is not so clear. So I'm going to pick another card and I'm going to ask the romance angels to help me understand what this actually means. What does this actually mean, romance angels, for the twin flame couple? Because I'm certainly not certain. I'm not certain what's happening here. Okay, here we go. So for some of you, that have, and I know everybody is at a different stage, okay? So just know this, that this message right now in the romance category is more for those of you who have most recently met your twin flames and who have most recently gotten into separation. Because I know there are a part of you that have met a twin flame in 2020 and then went into separation also in 2020. So for those of you relatively new on this journey, this message is for you. So the first message that came up is this could be the one, okay? And you got rejection and mastery. So it says this rejection is actually divine protection and spiritual mastery. You are learning through the rejection, through the separation, you guys are learning spiritual mastery. And that is the purpose of the twin flame separation, is you meet, this could be with the one, you get rejected, then you go into spiritual mastery. So that is the story of twin flames. So what I want to say to you, for those of you in that category where you met your twin flame kind of recently, within the past year or less, you've been in separation for less than a year, as an example, just know that the rejection was divine protection so that you can master yourself on a spiritual level. And that is exactly what the Twin Flame Divine Feminine boot camps that I created are all about. That's all about your spiritual mastery. It's not about anybody else's spiritual mastery. It's about yours. And really that's what we are learning. Again, I really believe that this is for twin flames, especially those of you that are not yet in reunion. There are some of you that are currently speaking with your twin flame divine masculine, as I have heard. Many of you came into reunion, at least in part, during 2020. This is for those of you that are still in separation from your twin flame. And this really follows the romance message, you guys, especially to those whom I just mentioned that are in separation or newly-ish in separation, less than a year in separation. So the Divine Masculine says, I know I was a distraction from your pain, and that was the rejection. That's why they left. I know I was a distraction from your pain, and I look for you everywhere, okay? Now this is Divine Masculine kind of seeing you in other people, and even like there are many, for those of you that live in close proximity to your Divine Masculine, as an example, they might be in the grocery store thinking like, oh, I wonder if I'll bump into my Divine Feminine, or they might be in the Starbucks or whatever. And I know it sounds crazy. I really do. I understand that that sounds insane, because you're thinking to yourself, if you're in separation from your twin flame, you're thinking, this makes no sense. All they need to do is pick up the phone and call me, or text me, or reach out to me, or do whatever, or come and see me. It's totally ridiculous. But it's ridiculous, and it's not ridiculous, because the rejection piece, the piece that put you guys into separation, is an absolutely positively necessary piece, and it was necessary. And if you are still in separation and it's been not a huge amount of time, it's still necessary. No, even if it's been a year or two, it might be still necessary. And if you have not yet viewed the last video that I did on twin flame questions answered, I will put the link up here that you can click through to it. But it's not your fault if you're like, I've been doing all my work and where is my DM? That's not your fault. It's just divine timing. And I explain that more in the video. But that doesn't mean that your DM does not care about you. I know that many of you equate separation to the fact that they don't love you, that they don't care about you. That does not mean that, even though it feels very much like that. So I like how the angels are moving through these readings for the week with different parts of the collective. I really believe that's so beautiful that they're not only catering to the part of the collective that I read for who are very close to reunion or just starting their reunion, and they're also giving me messages for those of you still in separation. I think it's really, really beautiful because let's suppose you met your twin flame 3 months ago. It may not be time for your reunion yet. So I really love this. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on that bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. And thank you for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you so much for your support of my channel. You can buy a book or 2 or 3. You can also pledge your support on Patreon, www.patreon.com/Michelle S. Fondin. And I will see you in the next video.